Hello and welcome to another Hunger Games video. The theme of this Hunger Games video is actually Cuphead. No one actually suggested this, but I just kind of wanted to do it. I just see one suggestion though of like planets and stuff like that, which I could do. So comment below if you want to see one with planets and like the sun, the moon, I don't know, things like that. If you want to see one of those, comment that below. And the reason I'm doing Cuphead is just because I want to mix things up again. Last time I did Terraria, and before that I made a lot of Fortnite ones. I'm going to be back to doing Fortnite ones. Except next week I'm going to do a superhero one, because Avengers is going to come out that week, and I want to do something kind of themed around that. I'm also trying to think of making Hunger Games videos every Wednesday, so I'm going to try to do that from now on. So, yeah, hopefully I do that. Also, comment below more themes that you would want to see. And if you want to see more Cuphead, or if you want to see more Fortnite or Terraria, things like that, just comment below more ideas for themes and characters and, other themes I've already done. If you want to see more of them, just make sure to comment all that below. Anyways, let's just get to the contestants now. So we have Cuphead. He's like the main character, so we have to have him. He's Cuphead. We also have Mug Man, which is also the main character. They're both like the main people who you play in the game. And if you want to know why Cuphead is dabbing, by the way, because he's dabbing on all them haters that are saying he can't win this thing. He's in this to win this, okay? And the rest of the people that we have are pretty much bosses, because there's not really anyone else in the game. So it's mostly just a big, all-out boss battle with Cuphead and Mugman. So the boss that we have is Goopy, which Goopy is very amazing. He's like basically King Slime. So I'm like rooting for Goopy. He's super goop. There's also Hildeberg, which I think is the first airplane boss that you fight. So yeah, she's also a moon. There's also Cagney Carnation, which is the flower boss. I also kind of want her to win just because, I don't know, she's kind of cool. She's like a big demon flower thing. She's like Flowey from Undertale. We also have Von Bon Bon. We also have the Jimmy the Great. Half of these guys, I didn't even know that these are their names. We also have Beppy the Clown. Another one we have is Wally Warbles, which I put as a male, but isn't it also a female because it lays eggs? But in the Wikipedia, it says that it's a male, so I don't know exactly. Maybe I don't know bird logic. There's also the dragon, which I think his name is like Matchstick or something, but it's just the dragon, okay? I'm not calling it that Matchstick thing. But also, I'm rooting for this dragon to lose, actually, because it's the most annoying boss in the entire game. Harder than the freaking Devil and King Dice. Literally the hardest boss. Freaking please tell me this thing just gets stabbed by a freaking, like, big sharp thing to its face or something, because I really wanted to die. We also have Queen Bee, which, once again, I think its name is, like, something Honey Bottoms, but I feel like Queen Bee is just has a better sting to it. We also have Captain Beard, which his name is Captain something Beard, but I think Captain Beard just sounds better. We also have Cala Maria and the Iron Giant, which everyone says is the hardest boss of the entire game, or at least one of them, but I found him pretty easy. I don't know how. Also, he like mostly resembles the Iron Giant. I'm not calling Dr. Cal's robot, okay? He's the Iron Giant. We also have Werner, which is probably the easiest boss in this entire game, so it's going to be weird if we see him win. There's also Sally, which to me is kind of forgettable. I kind of forgot what she does. There's also Phantom Express, which was actually a really cool boss, so yeah, that would be cool if it wins. And here we have some of these mini bosses, which is Chips Betigan. I think I'm pronouncing that right. We also have Mr. Wheezy. By the way, doesn't that sound like that freaking penguin from Toy Story? Also, Hoppus Pocus, or maybe Hopus Poke, I don't know. It's a bunny that does abracadabra things. We also have Magnostine, which is a magic 8-ball, which is pretty derpy, so that's kind of has that going for it. We also have Mr. Chimes, which is, look at Mr. Chimes. I kind of like Mr. Chimes. He's also kind of derpy. We also have King Dice, which is actually another one of my favorite bosses, so yeah, he's pretty cool. And the King Dice is the henchman for the Devil, which is actually next, and I think that is a really cool picture. I chose that picture because it's like animated. I didn't know that was possible to do it. Like, you put GIFs and stuff in this, but I think I put that in the Terraria one. I was like, you know what, let me try this, and it worked, and that looks really cool to me. Another thing is that I actually added a special event, which could possibly happen, like the other times, but only have one event, and it's Cuphead themed, so it may not even show up, but if it does, it should be Cuphead themed, unless if it glitches out again, and there's squirrels. So yeah, let's just continue on now. As the tributes stand on the podiums, the horn sounds. Hildeberg snaps the Devil's neck. That's pretty ironic and anticlimactic. Wow. Cagney Carnation grabs a sword. Queen Bee runs away from the cornucopia. Cuphead runs away from the cornucopia while he is still dabbing. Wily Warbles runs away from the cornucopia. Chips Bet again runs away from the cornucopia. Mr. Chimes finds a canteen full of water. King Dice runs away from the cornucopia. Phantom Express severely slices Sally with a sword. Oh, okay, well, I mean, Sally's, I guess, also pretty forgettable in this, too. Magnosteen runs away from the cornucopia. I might just call him Magic 8 Ball, because that's pretty much what he is. Like, what even is a Magnosteen? A mango scene. I don't know what that means. Maybe I'm not getting the reference, but that does not sound like a Magic 8 Ball to me. Bon 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 runs away from the cornucopia. Mugman runs away from the cornucopia. Hoppus Pocus runs away from the cornucopia. The Iron Giant runs away from the cornucopia. The Jimmy the Great takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. The Dragon and Beppy the Clown fight for a bag. Beppy the Clown gives up and retreats. Beppy the Clown, just freaking murder the dragon, please. Just do it for me, please. Captain Beard finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Mr. Wheezy runs away from the cornucopia. Cala Maria runs away from the cornucopia. Goopy clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Yes, Goopy, get away from there. Warner runs into the cornucopia and hides. I guess as you can see, he is not a strong boss in this either. Mangosteen makes a wooden spear. Yes, but the only problem is that you can't hold it. Cagney Carnation, Cuphead, Mr. Chimes, the Iron Giant, and Cala Maria hunt for other tributes. Well, that's a big team. But we have another big team. We have Phantom Express, Hocus Pocus, Von Bon Bon, and Mr. Wheezy. Raid the dragon's camp while he is hunting. Yes, steal everything from the dragon and kill him while you're at it. Another big team. Werner, Jimmy the Great, Goopy, and Captain Beard hunt for other tributes. While that's happening, just Chips Bedigan just discovers a cave. Queen Bee injures herself. Good job. Hildeberg camouflages herself in the bushes. That's not gonna work. You're the size of a moon. Wily Warble stalks King Dice. Beppy the Clown taints Mugman's food, killing him. Not Mugman. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. The Devil, Sally, and Mugman. Mugman did not have the dabbing power as Cuphead. Von Bon Bon kills Queen Bee with her own weapon. Von Bon Bon took that freaking honeysuckle thing and just bashed it over Queen Bee's head. Mangosteen cooks his food before putting his fire out. Look at that derp! Chips Bet again screams for help. For what? Beppy the Clown questions his sanity. Cagney Carnation questions her sanity. The Jimmy the Great thinks about home. The Dragon and Mr. Chimes talks about the tribute still alive. Mr. Chimes, please, just kill the dragon with your shambles or something. Cala Maria and Cuphead talk about the tribute still alive. King Dice passes out from exhaustion. Werner, the Iron Giant, and Goopy discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Hildeberg destroys Mr. Wheezy's supplies while he is asleep. Now Mr. Wheezy. Wally Warbles makes a slingshot. Goopy defeats Mr. Wheezy in a fight, but spares his life. Good job, Goopy. You can't kill him, Mr. Wheezy, like that. The Iron Giant, King Dice, and Cuphead hunt for other tributes. Cagney Carnation camouflages herself in the bushes. Von Bon Bon runs away from Magnosteen. The derp is too much for her. The Jimmy the Great severely injures Hildeberg and leaves her to die. Mr. Chimes receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. The Dragon and Cala Maria split up to search for resources. Cala Maria, can you please just kill the dragon? Werner tends to Beppy the Clown's wounds. Beppy the Clown has a hole, no. Chips Bet again camouflages himself in the bushes. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Queen Bee and Hildeberg. Mr. Wheezy, King Dice, and Hocus Pocus cheerfully sing songs together. Mr. Chimes attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Oh no, poor Mr. Chimes. Von Bon Bon receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. The Iron Giant spears Phantom Express in the abdomen. What? What abdomen? He's a train. The Jimmy the Great, Cuphead, Chips Bedigan, Cagney Carnation, and the Dragon sleep in shifts. Can they all just sabotage the dragon, please? Like, what is taking so long? Magnosteen fends Wally Warbles, Beppy the Clown, and Goopy away from his fire. This piece of derp just literally scared so much people away. Werner falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Well, Werner, I feel like, was just like did absolutely nothing that entire time. Cuphead questions his sanity. The dragon attacks Von Bon Bon, but she manages to escape. Why is doing kill the dragon? Magnosteen collects fruit from a tree. Goopy overhears the Jimmy the Great and Cala Maria talking in the distance. King Dice and Hoppus Pocus threaten a double suicide. It fails and they die. Well, King Dice is dead, and so is Hoppus Pocus. Okay, they're both dead. Mr. Chimes makes a wooden spear. Chips Bet again searches for firewood. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Phantom Express, Werner, King Dice, and Hocus Pocus. Bon 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 receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. The dragon goes to sleep. Just die. Please. Goopy, Cagney Carnation, Cala Maria, and Mr. Wheezy sleep in shifts. Captain Beard and the Iron Giant holds hands. That's kind of strange. Mr. Chimes and Wally Warbles talk about the tributes still alive. Cuphead, Chips Bedigan, and Beppy the Clown cheerfully sing songs together. The Iron Giant, Beppy the Clown, Cagney Carnation, and Cala Maria hunt for other tributes. Bon 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 searches for a water source. Cuphead picks flowers while dabbing. He just picks one up and then dabs it to his left. The Jimmy the Great, Magnosteen, Mr. Chimes, Captain Beard, and the dragon hunt for the tributes. Stop helping the dragon out and kill him. Wally Warbles discovers a river. Mangosteen thinks about winning. Oh, that derp thinks he could win this. Maybe he could. His derpiness could scare everyone off. Mr. Chimes thinks about winning. Cagney Carnation sees a fire but stays hidden. Beppy the Clown fends off Cala Maria, Wally Warbles, and the Jimmy the Great from his fire. The Iron Giant, Goopy, and Cuphead sleep in shifts. Chips Bedigan and Mr. Wheezy hold hands. That's weird because they both don't have hands. Cala Maria, the dragon, and Bon 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 get into a fight. Cala Maria triumphantly kills them both. Yes! Yes! The freaking dragon's dead! Yes! Good job, Cala Maria. Cala Maria, can you please just kill the dragon? Mr. Wheezy, Magnosteen, the Iron Giant, Goopy, and the Jimmy the Great hunt for other tributes. Mr. Chimes runs away from the Cuphead. The dab scared him off. Chips Bedigan discovers a river. Again? 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. The dragon, yes, and Bon Bon Bon, don't care. Magnosteen, Wally Warbles, Cuphead, and the Iron Giant sleep in shifts. Mr. Wheezy and the Jimmy the Great huddle for warmth. Mr. Chimes forces Cagney Carnation to kill Captain Beard or Chips Bedigan. She decides to kill Chips Bedigan. No, I would rather Captain Beard to die. No offense, Captain Beard. Goopy dies trying to escape the arena. No, Goopy! Cuphead, Cala Maria, and Captain Beard hunt for other tributes. Mr. Chimes spears Beppy the Clown in the abdomen. No, Beppy the Clown just popped. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Chips Bedigan, Goopy, and Beppy the Clown. The Jimmy the Great, Wally Warbles, the Iron Giant, and Cagney Carnation tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Captain Beard accidentally steps on a landmine. Well, now he is actually dead. Magnosteen stabs Cuphead in the back with a trident. Cuphead couldn't see. He was too busy dabbing. Mr. Easy stabs Cala Maria while back is turned. Well, Cala Maria is now dead. She was like my hero because she killed the dragon. Mr. Chimes cries himself to sleep. No. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Mr. Chimes, Mr. Wheezy, Cagney Carnation, and Wally Warbles team up to grab food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs. The Iron Giant decides not to go to the feast. Magnosteen takes a staff leaning against the cornucopia. Mr. Wheezy, Cagney Carnation, and Wally Warbles start fighting, but Cagney Carnation runs away as Mr. Wheezy kills Wally Warbles. See, Cagney Carnation knew what to do. She just ran out of there. The Iron Giant stabs Mangosteen in the back with a trident. Mangosteen's derpiness didn't work this time. The Jimmy the Great begs for Mr. Chimes to kill him. He refuses, keeping the Jimmy the Great alive. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Captain Beard, Cuphead he dabbed in his death. Cala Maria, Wally Warbles, and Mangosteen. The Jimmy the Great sets an explosive off, killing Cagney Carnation. Well, Cagney Carnation may have ran away for that first fight, but she still died. The Iron Giant injures himself. Mr. Wheezy tends to Mr. Chimes' wounds. The Jimmy the Great cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Cagney Carnation and the Jimmy the Great. These are the final 3 people, I'm pretty sure. Who will win? Will it be the Iron Giant, Mr. Chimes, or Mr. Wheezy? The Iron Giant is unable to convince Mr. Chimes to not kill him, and Mr. Wheezy accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. I guess you can't arm it with no arms. The winner is Mr. Chimes from District 11. Well, good job, Mr. Chimes. He slammed his chimes all the way to the victory. Well, yeah, I guess that was a pretty interesting battle that we just saw. So, anyways, guess it for this video. Glad the dragon died. That was another Hunger Games simulator video. And, well, remember, comment below more themes you want to see. If you want to see another Cuphead, who you want to see in it. Which I don't think I'm going to make another Cuphead, because I don't know who else I would do. If they make like a Cuphead 2 or DLC, then I'll probably do it. But other than that, probably not, because I don't know who else I can really add. Anyway, see you next time. Comment below what videos you would want to see. And, yeah, that was Cuphead Hunger Games Simulator. Anyways, goodbye.